Hi, I'm Jasmine Smothers, and I'm the lead pastor at Atlanta First United Methodist Church in downtown Atlanta, Georgia. This is your Thursday Thoughts for this week. We have so many exciting things coming up this summer that I want to share with you. So I've invited some of our members and staff to share with you the different things that are coming up this week.
Happy Thursday, Atlanta First family. My name is Alisa Smallwood, and I currently serve on the leadership team of Atlanta First and as the chair of the Reopening Task Force, which is what I'd like to talk to you about today. Several weeks ago, the leadership team created the task force to take a look at how we might safely resume activities at our physical location at 360 Peachtree Street in the city of Atlanta. I have been so amazed at how we have remained the church while we've been out of our physical location. We've had amazing worship. We've had wonderful Bible studies and small groups. And now we realize that it's time to begin taking a look at how we might safely return to our physical location. Our task force contains about 15 members. The task force is made up of people who are members of the church, as well as representatives from several of our other ministries, including the Atlanta First Day School and the Midtown Assistance Center, which is housed at Atlanta First. Over the next several weeks, you'll hear from us, so pay attention to Thursday Thoughts. Pay attention to information that you receive from the church via email and through the monthly newsletter, The Messenger, so that you will be apprised of how we're going to go forward in a safe way, guaranteeing that we are able to carry out our activities and keep you and our neighbors safe. In the meantime, if you have any information or input that you'd like to share, please make sure you email the task force at info@atlantafirstumc.org. I so look forward to remaining in contact with you, to letting you know of our progress, and I encourage you to stay safe and be well. Peace of Christ be with you.
Good afternoon and happy Thursday, Atlanta First. It's Chris, your Director of Music and Worship. I personally wanted to invite you all starting next week, next Wednesday actually, June the 10th, to attend virtually our Summer in the City organ concert series, which will be featuring our neighbor down the street, Miss Sarah Hallbecker, who is the organist at Redeemer Lutheran. She will be playing next week from noon until 12:30, so you'll be able to log in virtually on the church's social media pages to view her concert. Following the week after, on June the 17th, will be our friend, Mr. Wayne Gilreath from Douglasville First United Methodist Church, who will be playing another spectacular program from noon to 12:30. And then finally, on June the 24th, Mr. Rylan Harris, who is the Director of Music and Arts at Ray of Hope Christian Church in Decatur, Georgia, will be presenting his recital on June the 24th from 12 to 12:30. So please tune in for all three recitals. I truly miss being there every Sunday and playing the organ myself, but tune in starting next week, June the 10th, June the 14th, and June the 27th, every Wednesday at noon. God bless.
I also want you to know that we have a new sermon series kicking off this week called Inside Out, It's More Than a Feeling. If you'd like to get a head start, I invite you to watch the Disney Pixar movie Inside Out. We will explore this summer how the joy that God has given us and all the other emotions that we have help us through life, and how we are going to get through this next phase of our life together in this country, in the state, in our city, and in our church. We believe that this series will be very timely for each and every one of us, and we invite you to join in every Sunday at 11 a.m. online. You can join us at www.atlantafirst.umc.org/live or on Facebook Live and YouTube Live each and every Sunday. If you can't make it live at 11 on Sundays, you can always watch the videos later on our website. Friends, there's so many things. We also want to be sure that everyone has access to worship. So we have now added a call-in number for those who do not use the internet to watch worship. So we are rolling out through our Sunday schools, classes, and our associate pastor, Pastor Walter, a call-in number so that you just call in and you can listen to worship that way. If you need that information, please contact Pastor Walter at atlantafirst.umc.org. Friends, as we continue this week, we continue to have unrest, riots, and protests, disagreements about race in our country and right here in our city. I want to continue to dig deep, to seek the Lord for guidance and wisdom, to check on those around you and make sure that they are okay, and to grant a lot of grace to everyone. The pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, and our issues of race have converged and just created a situation where a lot of people are having a hard time. So let's be sure that we love our neighbors through reaching out, through being kind and understanding, through our willingness to hear other perspectives, through our willingness to hold up our mirror to ourselves and examine what it is that God is trying to teach us for such a time as this. I want to continue to invite you to stretch and to grow, read some new books. I know that the movie Just Mercy, which is also a book, is streaming free. So I want to invite you to watch that movie as well, with an open heart and an open mind to learn something new about what is going on in our communities. We are called as the people of God to love our neighbors, to love them as we love ourselves, and to be reminded that Jesus taught us that if we don't love our neighbors, then we cannot love God. Continue to love our neighbors through wearing a mask, washing your hands, staying home if at all possible, so that we can also cut our rates of COVID here in Atlanta and beyond. I can't wait to see you and worship with you on Sunday morning and throughout the month of June. And this Sunday is First Sunday. We will celebrate Holy Communion together. You should receive in the mail your elements for communion. And if you have not, you can always come to worship with a piece of bread and some juice. And we will consecrate those elements and partake of Holy Communion together in the worship service. Everybody take a deep breath. Let's expect the peace that passes all understanding. Let's lift our Black, brown people in this nation up in prayer. Let's do our work to really learn what's going on and maybe to learn some things about ourselves that we don't want to learn. And let's be and continue to be about the work of loving, worshiping, growing, engaging the city of Atlanta, in the city of Atlanta. Don't forget, at Atlanta First, we exist to worship God, to serve people, to grow together, and to engage the city of Atlanta. I also want to encourage you to be safe and be home. We continue to have a curfew in Atlanta. The noise you just heard going off was the reminders on my phones and my watch. So stay safe. Take a deep breath. Get to know something or someone new. And let's worship together on Sunday. May the grace and peace and joy of the Lord be yours in abundance until we meet again. Amen.
Joy is a feeling of happiness. Joy is a thing that puts a smile on your face. For kids, joy could be anything. It could be getting all A's, making the basketball team, or winning a seat on student council. For adults, joy can be buying your first home, getting your first job, getting a raise, or become a grandparent for the first time. Joy can be shown in many different ways, but they all make us happy and all make us smile.